After months of preparations, campaigns and promotions, fighting of bad publicity and a dip in river sign for a few politicians, the Olympics is all set to kickstart in a few days. Time for all the prep behind the scenes to come to light. Not just for the athletes, but the organizers too. Now, there was a lot of buzz about the Paris Olympics as France vowed to make the tournament the greenest in Olympics history, which is why the recycled podiums and furniture at the Games Village. But the eco-friendliness is not what the athletes are raving about, though that's a commendable act. Yes, the athletes have all started arriving and there's an electrifying atmosphere about the Games Village, but all athletes have made a beeline to check out the amenities, the facilities and their rooms in particular. The village has a fitness center, a space where athletes can interact with each other, but that's not what anyone is interested in either. The fervour is around another zone of the Olympics village, the no-sex zone. In office buildings and hotels, you have no smoking zones. The Paris Olympics Games Village is a no-sex zone. No, it's not written out loud and in bold, and there is no way you can put up rules like that, obviously, but this is what is presumed going by the efforts taken towards the unsaid, unspelled initiative. And that zone is the complete Olympics village. Every single bed which will be used by the guests, the players, coaches, support staff, everyone traveling with the teams are the now famous anti-sex beds. So why are they called so? It's because of the material used in making the beds. They've been made from cardboards and are narrow enough to accommodate one person only.
Et on connaîtra la spécificité de ceci dans quelques instants avec le président de Fervour qui a une présentation.
Because this is very strong, okay? これは疲れた時は例えば腰をさらにすることによって例えば水泳の選手は肩幅が広いですから横にした時に肩が
Deuxième question, est-ce qu'il y a...
A bed made out of cardboard. The concept was first introduced at the Tokyo Olympics, a tournament where having intimate relations was banned. But the reasons, of course, were more owing to the fact that the world was coming to terms with the COVID pandemic. Seems like Paris authorities are very clear this practice be followed here as well. And that move has generated a lot of curiosity and buzz everywhere. The athletes who've used these beds in Paris say it's highly uncomfortable. They claim that the beds aren't even suitable for sleeping. It would be safe to assume that it isn't strong enough, at least not enough to, let's say, test it out too much, or is it? A few daredevils tried out the beds themselves, of course in their own unique styles, putting up videos across the internet, and they've all gone viral.
Maybe I wasn't rigorous enough too.
The cardboard beds clearly have passed the test. If a person can perform squat jumps on the beds, they are clearly strong enough. Maybe the motive was to keep players focused then. After all, it is the biggest sporting spectacle, the Olympics. Even a little distraction could hurt their medal chances. That seems to be the motive behind these uncomfortable cardboard beds, seemingly. And it isn't new. We've seen this sort of thinking across other sporting disciplines as well. We've seen coaches and managers advocate zero intimacy during a tournament. There was a very famous episode that made front-page headlines back then when cricket coach Gary Kirsten had taken over the India stint, when he insisted players not to indulge in intimate relations during important tournaments, a time when cricketers' wives and partners weren't allowed to travel with the players on foreign tours. And it isn't just Gary Kirsten. Over in football, Manchester City's celebrated manager Pep Guardiola has put forth very strict rules for his team. Guardiola has a rule that doesn't allow his players to indulge in any activity post-midnight. Lights out means a good night's sleep and much needed rest to recover. But there is another angle to it too. Despite the installation of these unique beds at the Games Village, the tradition to supply protection to athletes continues. Ever since the 1988 Olympics, athletes are given condoms. The number hit a peak of 450,000 in 2016 at Rio. No such reports emerged in Tokyo, obviously, but in Paris it has reported to be around 300,000. Yes, that's the number. to have been supplied to the Games Village. So I guess once an athlete, always an athlete, the will to overcome all obstacles is what drives them on the field of play, and clearly off it too. But we're waiting for action to begin on the field, as it will a few days from now.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital,